In the history of cloud services, where almost every cloud provider was trying its best to provide comprehensive solutions to its customers in the most cost-effective way as compared to its competitor, the one thing that revolutionized the space of cloud services was serverless services. And with that, it not just enables small-scale startups to leverage the power of cloud with limited team and resources for their products and services, but also help all those indie developers around the world to use the power like cloud for their small projects. And something similar happened in the serverless space of AWS, where they introduced DynamoDB for the first time in 2012. Hi, my name is Darshan. In this gist of AWS video series, we're going to understand another sub-service of AWS database services, which is DynamoDB. DynamoDB is a fully managed NoSQL key value pair database where AWS assures you that it provides single-digit millisecond performance at any scale. And this database comes under the category of unstructured database system. If you don't know what is structured, unstructured, and semi-structured database, watch the previous video of this series where I have explained AWS database. You will get your answers there. The meaning of key value pair database is that all the values, all the data that you store in this database is stored in the form of key and value. Now, similar to the SQL database, we still have the concept of tables in this database, but the biggest advantage that DynamoDB has is that you can store the data where the structure of your data is undefined. DynamoDB also solves the biggest hurdle where one can use this database and can imagine that it can grow up to scale, which is advance pay. Unlike all other relational databases where you have to pay in advance for the database server, DB engine by factoring the cost of storage as well, DynamoDB takes care of all of this for you by being a serverless option where it works on pay-as-you-go model where you only pay for the resources you consume and use. This gives a bigger relief to all those indie developers and small-scale startups where they can start building their infrastructure with no cost by considering the factor that it has a potential to grow at any scale. But with all these benefits and features, one thing that all those developers and startups who are willing to use DynamoDB into their projects has to take care is predicting and structuring efficient data model with optimized query in code so that it can remain cost effective at any scale. Now, this is important in the serverless space, especially in the cases of services like DynamoDB, where it charges you based upon number of reads and writes that are performed onto the database. So this makes it important that the relationship between your entities of your database are optimized and well tested so that it doesn't give you false billing if your application is database intensive and there is an exponential curve in terms of growing of your application. Referring to the AWS official documentation is always a wise choice to get a deeper understanding of the concepts like DynamoDB. And with that, if you find this video useful, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends so that they can also get a daily dose of AWS.